Okay, we'll call to order the Pryor Creek Rec Center Board meeting, December 6th, 2021. First item on the agenda is to approve the minutes of the November 1st, 2021 regular meeting. If you would, please review those. Once you've had a chance to, we'd entertain a motion for approval or any corrections.
I'll make a motion that we approve them.
Motion's been made. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next item on the agenda, we're gonna go ahead and move up item number 7 on your agenda, which is to discuss and possibly recommend council action regarding awarding the roof replacement contract schedules 1, 2, and 3 for a total bid of $262,509.50 to ProTech Roofing. It's further recommended that a contingency amount also be encumbered in the amount of $26,000 should additional work be discovered during the project. Do I need to read the other bids?
Yes.
Other bids received: Ground Zero Roofing and Construction LLC, $461,044. All Wine Roofing and Construction, $510,683. Horizon Roofing and Construction, $514,054. Dawson Roofing, $584,883.50. Joplin Roofing Inc., $596,320.
You'll need to get a motion and a second.
Would ask for a motion.
Can we discuss the bids?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you can discuss before you have a motion.
Okay, here we're gonna discuss it with.
We can all, so, yeah, I was gonna tell you, we asked, Steve to join us because he's the one who, did all this and got everything and did all the research, and so he volunteered, and thank you for being here. So if you have any questions, he agreed to take those and answer them for you.
First thing I'd like to tell you is thank you for allowing me to move up on the agenda. I do have another meeting, so I appreciate this. But I'll be happy to answer any questions you might have about the bid opening itself. So ask away.
Well, my question would be the extreme difference between the bids.
Well, that's kind of where I was looking at too. There's a huge gap.
There is a huge gap, and I think there's a reason for it in this particular instance. Seeing a wide range of bids is not unusual for utility and municipal projects. But in this particular case, we had kind of what I call a bunch that's right around that $500,000 number. And of course, the low bidder is around $270,000. So it's almost half, 50% less. Because we've had so much time between the date that the bid opening occurred and now, I've had a couple of opportunities to have conversations with ProTech Roofing. And the first thing I asked them is a question you just asked me, which is, you guys are quite a bit lower than everybody else, and are you happy with your bid? Is there something that we ought to know about now? And he said, well, let me check into it and I'll get back with you. Well, a couple of days later, he called back and said, I just want you to know that we're happy with our bid. The reason that he gave me for his bid being less than the others was because he had bid on a project in Tulsa and was awarded that project, and then it fell through. It was a church project in Tulsa. He had ordered the materials early for that job, had them in their yard, and because the job fell through, he did not return that stock. So he has the material on hand to do this project, unlike several of the other bidders who identified on their bid form that it would be 6 to 8 months for them to get the materials to do this job. On his bid, he had indicated it would be about 4 to 6 weeks before he could do it. And the only reason it's that long, the only reason it's that long is because he had to order the foam board that goes underneath it. So I guess I'll just indicate that the main reason for his lower bid is that it was the right time, right place. We just happened to have a bid opening that occurred with Same time, he had extra material on site. He is qualified to do this work. He's done a lot of projects of this size and type. This is not an unusual project as far as the systems that we're recommending to be done. And all of the bidders bid the same systems. Everybody bid either the two major manufacturers of this type of roofing material. And he is a representative in good standing with the company that makes this material. So I don't see any reason that we should not take advantage of the fact that he had materials on site.
I have a question concerning, I think it was it Dawson that came and spoke to us? That said they thought they could patch the roof or something for 40,000 or something?
One of those 5.
Right, so I'm just saying
Wasn't
know
he,
what changed.
excuse me, wasn't he looking at doing some kind of a gel coating system?
Right.
There's obviously,
There are actually two other systems that have been presented to Jessica and to this board. One was a system that would go in and look at the worst areas, primarily the areas around the air conditioning units that are on the roof, and make patches in that area. Actually would go in and not put down any new material between the corrugations of the roof, but would actually go in and put a material over the top of it to try to just basically cover it. A Band-Aid is what I call it, and that's what other people in the business call it. That was one of the items that was presented to this board previously. At this point, I want to make a statement that everyone on this list bid the same material, or not same material, but the same methodology.
That's my next
So
question.
even though we've had someone that's on this list come and present to this board a less expensive manner, what we proposed and what the 3 reports that the city had gathered, written reports, is that this roof had enough problems, widespread problems, that it needed to be completely renovated, and we agreed with that process. The other methodology that was presented to Jessica was a gel coat method, and that number was less than all of these bids as well, even the low bidder. To be honest with you, we did not evaluate that bid apples to apples of this system versus that system. That system, again, goes on as a liquid material, and it solidifies over time. My experience with that, and experience that I have been able to determine, is that over time that material gets very brittle. And I will also tell you that a metal building of this size and this complexity with the roof system that we have has a lot of flex points in it. As the wind blows, different areas, different slopes of this roof are moved in different ways. I had a lot of reservations about that material's longevity, about whether it would last 20 years. This is a 20-year bonded roof. Everyone bid the same thing.
Thank you.
I think that's all I had. Just was kind of.
any other discussion? Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve the low bid for 262,509.50.
Motion's been made. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a second. All in,
Point of order, I want to point out that we asked for a contingency to get that a little bit higher, 289,000. The recommendation to the board.
Right, that would be in this motion. That's item number 7, and that 26,000 is what you're talking about, right?
okay, to clarify, the motion has been made to approve the bid of $262,509.50 with a contingency of $26,000 to Protec Roofing, Inc. Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you all for letting me go early.
Thank you.
Thanks for your work, Steve.
Sir?
Thank you for your work.
Okay, next item on the agenda is petitions from the audience. Okay, there are none. Next item is possible executive session pursuant to the Oklahoma Open Meeting Act for the purpose of discussing the employment, hiring, appointment, promotion, demotion, disciplining, or resignation of Jerome Hopkins, Assistant Director. No action to be taken in executive session, for discussion only. 25 Oklahoma Statute 307B1. Would ask for a motion to move into executive session.
I'll make a motion, we move to executive session.
Motion's been made.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Move to executive session in the conference room.
Okay, at this time, we'll consider resuming regular session. No action taken during executive session. Item number 6, possible action based on executive session concerning the employment, hiring, appointment, promotion, demotion, discipline, or resignation of Jerome Hopkins, Assistant Director, 25 Oklahoma Statute 307B1.
I make a motion that we reassign Drum Hopkins from Assistant Director to Fitness Coordinator.
Motion's been made.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Effective the 11th. Aye.
Motion carries.
Yeah, effective the 11th is appropriate, because that's the end, beginning of a new pay period.
Okay? Item number 8, discussion and possible action regarding declaring the following equipment at the Pryor Creek Rec Center surplus and recommending to the council it be disposed of by sale or other method deemed appropriate by the council. Do we need to read all these items?
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Pull-up rack, inventory, you want the serial numbers as well?
You can say ending in 5-5.
Can say what?
Go ahead, go ahead, you don't have to read the whole number, but ID ending in 5-5, you can do that.
ID number 845B, hack squat inventory. ID number 84519. C, squat lunge Smith machine inventory. ID number 845, I'll give you the last 3 numbers because it looks like that's where they're different. 334.
Right.
D, free weight incline with bar and foot assist plate inventory. ID number 845627. Free weight incline bench with sliding bar inventory. ID number 845324. F, free weight decline bench with sliding bar inventory. ID 845425. G, free weight straight bench with bar inventory. ID number 845728. H, back machine inventory. ID number 845872. I, cable pull station. ID number 845819.
I make a motion that we dispose of it by sale or other method deemed appropriate by the council.
Motion's been made.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 9. Good gosh. Why did I come tonight?
You did a great job, bro.
Discussion and possible action regarding declaring the following equipment at the Pryor Creek Rec Center surplus and recommending to the council it be transferred to another department of the city or disposed of by sale or other method deemed appropriate by the council. Due to age and condition of the property, it is of no useful value or use by the rec center. It has little or no resale value, but however, would be useful in a non-commercial application such as physical training for police or fire. Item A, assisted chin dip combo. ID number 845253. Sled leg press. ID number 845950. C, freestanding squat rack. ID number 845445. D, Magnum fitness bench seat. ID number 845534. E, cable pull inventory. ID number 845021.
I make a motion that we transfer to another department within the city or disposed of by sale, another method deemed appropriate by the council.
Motion is made.
A second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item is the director's report.
Okay, I'll go through it. Pretty quickly, just have a few things. If I can find it. Yeah, so I didn't grab it off the printer. Great. I think I can remember. Okay, facility and repair and maintenance. We're working on getting all this other stuff, the Purple Wave stuff, and the new equipment getting ready to be auctioned out, because the new stuff is coming mid-January. Remember the stuff we auctioned last month or the month before, the old equipment that's sitting in the hallway that Purple Wave auctioned off? We made $950 for the rec center off of that. And then the old stove that was in the nutrition center that the Boys and Girls Club replaced, we sold the old one and we made $900 off of that. So the Purple Wave is really easy, and it doesn't cost us anything because we're a city government. And so we'll do the same thing with the equipment that we listed here, and hopefully be able to kind of offset the cost of some of the new equipment that we have. Yeah, I'm gonna have to probably email it out since I didn't print it off. Because I think I had two other things on facility repair and maintenance. One thing I want to talk about, the pool. We're having a lot of issues with the humidity and the thermostat. We've got a problem with the thermostat, so Melton's has brought out their specialty company that works with the thermostat a couple times. We're waiting on a part. But at one point it was up in the 90s one day, and then one day it wasn't even working and it got super cold, so it's kind of all over the place. So they have it rigged right now, but it was really hot in there yesterday because it was so hot outside. So they were supposed to be back this afternoon to get that fixed, but it is not going to be cheap. That company that comes out to work on the thermostat is very expensive, but it's got to be done. But we are talking about next year trying to figure out a solution for that humidity issue in their air handling system. Okay, and then if we want to move on to finance, or the financial report, did you have?
I did not print
Okay,
all the pages. Do you have?
I have this one, yeah, we can go over.
Okay,
Let me
we'll
go
go over that
Okay,
part, and
sure.
I'll go over the other part.
And I think I handed that out, I think everyone got it. So you can see membership dollars overall were down a little bit. But miscellaneous, we were able to make $210 on the maintain, don't gain. And then pool parties was about the same. Merchandise jumped up. I think a lot of that was spring break. We sold a lot of stuff. And then our new sweatshirts and stuff coming in. Locker rental, we are trying really hard to get that locker inventory figured out. And so that's why we did have some money there. We should see more money now that we're kind of holding people accountable to paying that. But a lot of people are putting it on their auto, which won't show up on here, but we are receiving those monies, so that's gonna help. Guest passes was up quite a bit. Again, that's gonna be from spring break. And then events, that $172 was from dodgeball, which I think $50, that $55 from last month was also dodgeball. So that wasn't a bad fundraiser, and that's planned again for February. They have that coming up in February. Swim lessons, she was able to do group lessons again and a few private lessons. So there was a couple thousand there. And so you can see on the bottom total revenue was up a little bit for this past month. So that's good. We had 132 new members, and I found a really cool report that I will email out to you all, because I know you asked at the last meeting about being able to see, you know, yes, we have so many new ones, but how many do we lose? And so I found a retention report today when I was trying to find the other report, but it'll show you, like, for November, at the beginning of the month, we had 1,148 members. At the end of the month, we had 981, so our percent retained was 85%. So we're gonna be able to kind of track that, and actually going back to February, that's October, November were our largest. I think October was 80%, and we were 95% versus like 70% this summer, so that's good. So hopefully we can keep that going. The before I move on, did you want to say anything about the finances?
I just want to make a couple of comments about the finances. I didn't print anything out for you today because our books are not closed. Our books are not closed, and so it's not exactly accurate. I can give you some general numbers. We got a fund balance of about $1,300,000 is about what our fund balance would be. Jessica made comment about the air handling system. That's a system that is very expensive to operate, and right now it's very inefficient. So that's a component that needs to be repaired. And although we have not necessarily budgeted for that this year, we are saving money from what we have budgeted for in roof repair. And so we'll kind of look and see what that looks like and see when we might want to maybe try to tackle that. The revenues continue to come in pretty strong. The expenses, we have a handle on the expenses that is encouraging. To date, we have net revenues over expenses in the red. And one of those reasons is because we have spent money on the awning. And so we'll continue to spend money that we have budgeted to spend. Yes, sir.
Well, how's our sales tax revenue?
Sales tax revenue is staying pretty level.
Okay, I just was curious.
Yeah,
Haven't
sales
seen
tax
anything for a
revenue is
couple
staying
months.
level. It's not really growing much, but we're not losing ground either.
Consistent.
Yeah, it's consistent. So we are going to be in the red at the end of the year, and we knew we were going to be in the red, revenues compared to expenses. We knew we were going to be in the red because of roof repair and the awning that was coming out. So anyway, we're whole, we're healthy. We still have monies in reserves, and we need to try to maintain as much reserves as we can and yet do these repairs that are really needed. Do you have any question for me?
Did you say 1.3 million is our carryover?
Yes,
that we've
yeah,
in
we
reserve?
have a fund balance of about 1.3 million.
So, we spent 250,000, or approximately that, on the roof.
Well, we will, we haven't yet, but
Right, but
Yeah.
we'll be down around one.
it'll be down, should be down somewhere around one.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. Okay,
Can you send us those financials whenever those are available?
sure,
Okay.
sure. Happy to. And some of the numbers that I have in this report match your numbers, and some of them don't. But that's because you're more
We're
up to date
ahead, yeah.
than I am.
Just a couple other little things. Maintain, don't gain. We had 175 people sign up this year, which is great. So we're going to try to work on encouraging them to keep. That people are already asking to weigh in. I'm like, that's not how it works. You have to wait till January. And then we did have 7 teams in the dodgeball tournament. I mentioned that, so she's got that rescheduled for February. Kelsey was supposed to be here tonight. We were going to do a big kind of presentation on the new year and what we have planned, but she's sick today. She was running fever. So we'll do that at the January meeting. Jackie has a plan for the pool for the first quarter. Kelsey has a plan. She's going to be doing a different challenge each month this whole year, so people can hopefully get more engaged that way. And then she'll also be doing an event. So we've got the dodgeball tournament. We've got Debbie's 3-on-3 basketball tournament in March. So different things like that. Jackie's doing, I think she's doing something in the pool, some fun event in the pool. So anyway, and then right now, if you haven't noticed, we've got Elf on the Shelf, which is the elf is being hidden every day, and it's actually been a lot more popular than I thought it would be. So people are very competitive. So anyway,
I
it's
found
been
him this
fun.
morning.
Did you find it?
I found him.
Yeah, it's been fun. Dick searched the other day forever.
I heard he
Yeah.
got a hint, so that's cheating.
So anyway, but I'm really excited about the new year. We have a lot planned. We'll try to do the open house whenever we get the new equipment in. But everything else is good. Do you all have any questions? Anything you've seen or? I think everything's good. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Next item is, any unforeseen business to come before the board? If none, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Motion is made,
A second?
so moved, we're adjourned.